Hello, I'm Hans Johnson, and today I'm going to show you how to install and configure the management software for the PredictHD project on the tablet computers. This is the management software for electronic data capture for PredictHD, and it's configured and installed through a series of web connections. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have a live network connection for your tablet computer. If you start Internet Explorer, there is a Reinstall SPSynch button in the upper right-hand menu bar. By selecting that, it's going to go out to the site for SPSynch Manager and allow you to install the software. Simply click the Install button once you arrive at this site. So download the SPSynch Manager software that you can then install. Once SPSynch Manager has downloaded and installed, you can close Internet Explorer because you will no longer need that. You need to enter your site ID. Your site ID is the one provided to you by Predict. I'm going to enter a demo site, 950. The current warning that shows up is telling you that this is the first time SPSynch has been run as this site, and that you need to synchronize your files, forms, and participants. This error will be resolved in a few minutes. This is claiming that it cannot find a configuration file necessary to configure the tablet properly. So, SPSynch Manager is an integrated workflow management software that will help manage the entire Predict project for your site. The first steps that we want to do now that SPSynch Manager is installed is to have your tablet computers configured for running the cognitive tests. If you go to File, Sync, type in your username. Your username begins with IOWA // / is the slash above the return key, and then your Predict login identifier and password. Then you can synchronize your files. So now we're syncing files, which means that it's going out to the central SharePoint site, grabbing all the configuration files appropriate for the 950 site, and bringing them local to this machine. You'll notice that it says sync files complete, which means that it's been able to grab all of those files and bring them locally. One of the files that it grabbed was the regset.xml file, which defines how the tablet computer needs to be configured. So after it's received that regset.xml file, we can run file and init tablet. This is going to require the computer to be rebooted. The process here is going to go and download several software packages, bring them local to the machine, install those software packages, and change the various settings on the tablet computer to be compliant with the cognitive testing software. For instance, the tablet touchpad gestures motion will be turned off. We now need to wait several minutes while the computer will reboot. So now that the computer has restarted and updated itself and set all the registry settings appropriate for cognitive testing, we're now ready to start installing the cognitive software. Again, we're going to use SPSynch Manager, which is going to immediately go out to see if it has a new version of itself, and that's what the previous little dialog box was there. And now it notices that it does not have updated forms available. So it's going to give a short error message saying that the synchronization hasn't been done to bring the latest CRF forms down. Currently, we're not worried about the CRF forms. We'll discuss that in a later video. We're going to use SPSynch Manager now to go File, and we are going to update, run the updates, which will get all the cognitive software updates. And there are three pieces of software that need to be installed for the cognitive to run correctly. These are the DirectX end user runtime environments from Microsoft, the ActiveX controls from Microsoft, and then the cognitive testing software itself. Simply click the Install New Updates, and it will download those appropriate files and install them on your machine. During each of these installs, you will have to type in the administrative password that has been given to you previously. This is the password for IPL sysadmin, which is the administrator account on the machine. During each install, you will have to accept the Microsoft agreements that you will use the software appropriately. And this may take just a little bit of time. Okay, this install has completed. And you just need to click that the install has completed successfully if the previous dialog said that it did. Then it will move on to the next install. And again, you have to agree to the installation of this Microsoft software. This is the final installation for the actual cognitive software. Do we install it for everyone or just me?
I install it for everyone.
Please install the software for everybody on the computer. As you can see, the state for each of these has been listed as OK, so the installs have completed properly, and you can click Close. Predict HD software has been installed under the Start menu, and you may want to make a shortcut on your desktop for it. So select the Predict HD folder and right-click on the cognitive software, and under Send To, you can say Create a shortcut on your desktop. That will make the Predict HD cognitive software shortcut on the desktop. By double-clicking on that desktop shortcut, it starts the cognitive software. We'll go through extensive testing of the cognitive software in a different video. Thank you very much.